Game back in a year and some change. How does it feel?
I feel great, just taking the time and having to be out, the rehabilitation process, everything. I feel really comfortable with my injury, my knee. I feel real comfortable with it, and, I'm just working to get better.
How tough was it for you to sit out against this Florida State team?
It was real tough for me, just having to sit out against them, knowing that I hurt myself last year against them and didn't really get to finish what I started against them. But at the end of the day, gotta keep going, keep pushing, and just worry about the next opponent.
Grambling State quarterback Miles Crawley threw for 311 yards last week. What do you think your presence, being back on the defensive line, does to aid your team in an upcoming win, hopefully?
Well, I honestly think, just with not only my presence but everybody else on the defensive line present, I feel like we'll be able to, do exactly what we know we can do, which is affect the quarterback. And I feel like, as a team, they hadn't faced nobody like with a defensive front of ours, so I feel like it'll be a good matchup for us come Saturday.
What have you seen from Mekhi Wingo?
Just how he is a great leader, a hard worker on and off the field, his presence definitely rubs off on not only me but everybody in the room. And just having him around is great. We feed off each other and just have a great bond, a great relationship.
Mason, how strong can the pass rush be if it's played to its full potential?
I feel like it could be one of the strongest pass rushers in the country, just with all the pieces all around, there's not really one place where you can slide to protection or, just double team one person because, we got a ton of athletes on that line with the dime group with me, myself, Mekhi, Perk, and Swinson. We all can do exactly, we can all affect the quarterback. So, there's no one person that you could, focus on. You got to focus on the whole line, which will open up everything for everybody else.
Mason, Jordan Jefferson's a guy who kind of flashed in fall camp and had a pretty good game in game one. What is, his veteran presence, having a guy come in like that, do for the depth of this D-line?
Well, one thing for JJ, he had a knee injury coming in and didn't practice spring just like me and Mekhi didn't. So this fall camp, he really just been working on getting, back comfortable with everything. And him not having that spring to really sink into, all the new things from his surgery and everything. I think he's coming along real well in these last couple of weeks. I think he's been playing faster, just getting back normal. And I feel like he'll bring a great, he'll be a great addition for us this season, just how strong he is and how he holds blocks and everything. So I think he'll be a great addition for us on the defensive front.
Who else got anything for Mason? Coach, you going?
In his press conference, Coach Kelly said you would play about 30 or so snaps. What do you do within those snaps to make sure that you are playing to the best of your ability and setting your team up for the rest of the game when you may not be in?
Well, I'm just trying to contribute to the team just like anybody else, do my 111th, as Coach House would say, and just work on my job, and any plays that I'll be fortunate enough to make, I'll make them, and all the other guys that make their plays too as well. If I play 30 snaps, I'm going to try to make some plays, but if not, stuff happens, and, I know the guys got me.
How was it in the building here this week coming off of a game that you guys were in control in for a majority of it and let it get away?
Yeah. Honestly, just we are really trying to forget about that and just put it behind us, because we do have a very long season ahead of us, and, you can only take this week by week or you might get overwhelmed with the schedule that we got coming up, But, yeah, just trying to leave everything that we had going on in Orlando or whatever, just leaving in the past and focusing on the next week, next opponent, next matchups.
Speaking of that tough schedule, what's the confidence level like in the locker room, especially after the loss? I know you said you want to put it behind y'all, but what is the confidence level like for the rest of the season?
I think, you know, confidence is still definitely there, you know. Going against a number 8 team in the country, you know, I mean, that's one of the better teams that we'll face this year. So, I mean, I think the confidence level is still there. I mean, you got dudes on the team that just have that confidence about themselves. And when them guys rise and they bring everybody else with them, we'll be totally fine when it comes to confidence.